my camera looking crazy to me, but I'm going to go ahead on and do what I got to do. I'm sitting in my truck with the camera propped, and I wanted to sit outside because it's such a beautiful day. It's like 48 degrees. It haven't been that high in a while, and it's very sunny. It's 48 degrees and very sunny, but I have workers in the home and they're outside sawing and everything, so it would have been very distracting for me to come out and enjoy the sun and the backyard. It's cool because it's shady, but in the front it's sunny, so I decided to come in the truck. But a few days ago I felt like I had a major attack mentally. And when I sit back and analyze what really triggered me, it was so petty or so small. So the issue is, it's not about, because in God's eyes, it's all the same. There is no big or small worry, sin, or whatever the case whatever case we may call it. There are no small or big. To God, it's all the same. So, because I had to go within and find, where did I allow that? Because if you give the devil an inch or the enemy an inch, he'll take a mile. The Bible say, if you leave don't despise. No, it's the little foxes that destroy the vine. So we have to really, thought by thought, consider everything, every thought. We evolve to these measures because it's the little foxes that destroy the vine. It's the little things that we don't take notice of, don't catch it right off. And if we don't catch it, then the devil can keep adding on and adding on. So I had to go within and find out, where did I allow the enemy to come in and sneak attack me? So what God had been sharing with me these past few days is that, we have to be still and know. Because our daily life, because a lot of us, we could do fine when we're not around anybody and we don't have the temptations before us. But we can't live a life isolated of other people, of other things. We have to be able to integrate everything and all things till we ascend over it all, whether thoughts, actions, people, places, or things. We ascend over it and don't allow it to destroy the harmony that's within. So one of the things God told me was, be still and know. And be still and know, that scripture, it's somewhere in the Bible. You can look it up, Google it. But that scripture says, be still and know that I am God. That scripture opened up more to me. And the other scripture that goes along with it is spirit and truth. So what God was telling me in be still and know and spirit and truth, it means that in everything within our spirits and within the natural, spirit and truth means spirit and reality. Be still and know means spirit and reality. So, the scriptures are still digesting within me, but I'm feeling what God is telling me. Be still and know, meaning in our daily activities, in our normal routines of life. Because sometimes we may ask God, how can you stay in meditation? Because he had already revealed to me that life is meditation. Living and moving and having our being in God is meditation. So being still and know, be in the spirit and in reality, in the knowing that God is there. Be in the spirit and walk in the knowledge, the knowing, the truth of the reality that you are God, that God is within. And it's such a thin line, because during our daily busy activities, we would think we would have to go to the side, go set ourselves away from whatever situations. But we may not have those opportunities to do that. We may have to just know, be still in our spirit and know. And that is the very breath, because we are God. The stillness is there. The stillness and the spirit is there. There is nothing that we have to do, nothing that we have to say, nothing that we have to just like no form or fashion of nothing, because we be still and know. In our daily routine of life, there is a way to walk in the spirit and have our being in the spirit, in this reality of a world. But there is a way that we be in the spirit, that this reality of the world does not take us out of our stillness, out of our peace, out of our anchor of the truth, of the knowing. And he say, the two shall become one. There is a way that we can live our normal, regular life and walk as gods, as high vibrating beings, staying in the harmony, in the alignment of God, in the peace of God. We don't even, right now I'm thinking of how a lot of us do things to think that we have to do to get what I'm talking about. There is nothing that we have to do. We just have to be and accept that and know this and allow the openness of God to just flow. Be still and know. Have the peace in that knowing, in chaos, in everything, in whatever case that may be. It's at the instant moment we can receive this, and because we are this. The Bible say, let little children come unto me, for such is the kingdom of God. That's the frame of mind that we have to walk. As a child, walk in adventure, in not, the Bible say, don't lean unto our own understanding. It's like walking in a no thought zone. You're not thinking of this, trying to do this. It's some kind of way it's supposed to just flow. As a child, walk and play and do what they do without plotting and planning, and the Bible say, don't stop the little children from coming unto me, for such is the kingdom of God. How can these adults yet be children? That's the state of spirit being we supposed to be, and we are. If we allow it, if we open up to just allow God to live our lives through us. I learn every day, every second, because I try to analyze every thought. And even analyzing my every thought is becoming a work, which there is no work. It's just to be. Allow it to be as it is. Spirit and truth. Be still and know. Allow whatever to be as it is. And it all works out. I'm learning as I evolve. Scriptures are still opening up in my spirit to understand them in a different way than what it used to be. The same scripture is ascending, growing, evolving with me, helping me to be more and more free to allow God to be God in my spirit, in and out, shining in and out. And then the Father gave me few statements how we can exist in the midst of non-existence. We're changing in the midst of the unchanging. We're in time in the midst of timelessness. We're in the now, and it's always now. It's like we have to really learn the present moment to be as it is. I pray this is iron sharpening iron, because I'm seeing a new light. I'm feeling a new energy. I'm feeling the Spirit drawing me to a higher clarity of these same scriptures. And we're all yet in nothing. We're in stillness, yet in motion. And all of that means is we are in alignment, in harmony. And one of the things that I heard, it said the revolution will not be televised. No, the revolution will not be televised. This thing is going to be internalized. The revolution is internalized, not televised. And wisdom is the harmony and flowing. That is what wisdom is. It's harmony. It's flowing. When we allow the wisdom to be in harmony and flow through us. And last but not least, what woke me up this morning was one sentence. And the sentence says, I hope Tori Davis remember this. So if there is someone, Father, I'm putting it out in the air. I don't know a Tori Davis, never heard of a Tori Davis. But the message, the statement that woke me up this morning was, I hope Tori Davis remember this. So Father, I pray the energy goes out that they receive this. And if anybody know a Tori Davis, spread the word. I hope Tori Davis remember this. And I woke up around 6 o'clock this morning. I thought I wrote the time down. I don't pay attention to time. The only reason I acknowledge time is because I like to see what the numbers are, to see the energy of the numerology of the numbers. I'm not concerned about the time of day or time of night. I like to consider the numbers that I see, to see the in syncness with the Spirit. All right. Have a blessed day, but again, be still and know spirit and truth, meaning there is a stillness in the midst of the activity. All right, have a blessed day.